Hello my friends, welcome to this Disney hop. So I'm trying to get that out of the way. It's kind of interesting. I have these supplies right here, and I thought when I was asked if I wanted to do part of this Disney hop, immediately I thought of Ariel, and the reason why is my youngest daughter, that was her princess of choice. I mean, no questions around it. Ariel was where it's at, right? So, along with that, when I was at the Secret Not Secret Kit Club retreat, the one that they held in Ohio, these goodies right here was one of the, I guess, gift exchanges, goodie exchanges, whatever you want to think about, that I received. And I think this is just fantastic. I mean, there's bits and pieces and so incredibly creative, and I've been dying to use this. So I have Ariel goodies. And then about a month ago, youngest daughter, as I was saying right here, sent me this photo of her and some friends, and they're by this really cool, slightly creepy, slightly, I don't know, mermaid. And, you know, Ryan sent it to me, of course, because she thinks she's a mermaid. She's a mermaid. It's okay, people. Okay, so I have mermaid picture. I have mermaid goodies, right? So then, I'm like, okay, clearly I need a background. I'm usually a 12 by 12 scrapper, so I'm going to go 12 by 12 with it. And that's about it. So my Disney theme is not at Disney, but it's a Disney character, which is Ariel. And that's a pretty nice representation of our friend Ariel. So I'm going to go ahead and start using this. Probably fast forward the next bits and do a voiceover and see where it gets us. Okay, wish me luck. Alrighty, so I went ahead and pulled this cut file. It's from the Creative Cuts Club, and it is full of lots of shells. And I only have this cute little piece of paper that has kind of the, well, you can think of it as scallops, you can think of it as scales, whatever, but I only have one piece of paper that size. So I knew I wanted to put it on the photo, and I wanted to get a little bit of it on the cut file as well. So on this cut file, there are two different little star shapes, and I'm going to back just the stars, I believe, in with this really great pattern paper. And then, you know, just do a nice little simple trimmeroo cutout. I thought I would cut it off in that place right there so it has time to set, and I'll go ahead and do it like I said where the other star piece is, and just kind of, you know, just get it in there and decorate it a little bit, because I think that I've decided to go ahead and just do a nice little bit of mixed media. Oh, there's 3 stars, sorry, on the background of that white. So I have a white cut file, and I have a white 12 by 12 background. Now that piece of paper I'm using, it's just kind of a regular, I would say, I mean, it's cardstock, but it is definitely thinner. It was just in a paper pad that I picked up at Tuesday morning, slightly textured. So I do have a thing for my texture. So slightly textured. So I have that going on. But I was really feeling the white on white, because I want the photo and the mermaid stuff to pop out more than anything, if that makes sense to you. So you see me painstakingly trimming this out, but I wanted to explain to you about the treatment that I did on the cut file. So I do have this really great mermaid, gosh, what is it? Is it maybe a 6 by 6? It's just a little guy. And I really wanted the mermaid to show, and it has some treatment around the outer edges as well. So I'm just going to use that as a block so I can get as much of that in as possible. I'm pretty much working the mermaid theme wherever I can on this. So this is where I'm starting to think that I might need a little something extra in the background. So I think the first Heidi Swap Color Shine I pull out is Amethyst, and it is a dead-on hit for this paper I'm using, as well as these little embellishment bits. I also grab out the white Color Shine, as well as, is it turquoise maybe? I'm just going to go on there and really go pretty hard with the splatty bits. Now I do know approximately where my photo is going to go, so I'm not going to concentrate as much color there. And if you're wondering why I decided to use the Heidi Swap Color Shine in white, two reasons. A, I've never used it in my entire life. And B, I just wanted to make sure that there is a lot of shine on this. So, oh, sorry, I know that's kind of fast and kind of ooky looking. But the turquoise color is showing up really well. That might be teal, actually. And the amethyst, it looks super dark right now, but when it dries, it lightens up and it's a really great metallic orchid color. So I know it looks like a lot, and I know, which I like a lot. I like a lot of all scrappy supplies. So that's not a problem to me. It looks like a lot, but once you put a cut file on it and some other things, you're like, oh, should I have put more on? So this is my very fancy technique you see of just slapping splatty bits on, and most of it goes in the box. I have these lights with cloth over them, like studio lights, that are above my desk. And yes, they do have Heidi Swap Color Shine on them as well. In all different colors. It's quite lovely. So apparently when I get going on it, I start kind of getting splatty bits absolutely everywhere. So this is what I do to the background. All right, so I'm taking a look at this. I have gone ahead and rolled a roll of paper towel over it just to make sure that there's nothing that's going to be super smeary and wet. And I put adhesive, I think I used my ATG, just in a few little places in case I want to tuck anything under or anything like that. But do you see how just the white on top of that really busy background, it pops so nicely like that. Anyway, I liked it. So you still see that I do have a shell cut file going on. My title will end up being Mermaid at Heart because, like I said, I really wanted to use the pieces here. Now, don't be alarmed that I'm taking apart this fantastic artwork that one of my friends did, but I liked this little webby piece and I wanted to put it under the mermaid. So I am using the gorgeous little goodies, but some of the pieces that she had made were super, super dimensional. And every one of my layouts has dimensions, so I have to watch it just a little bit. But I do end up using all the remaining pieces in different things, I promise. So I'm going to go ahead and just tuck my main pieces in because I do know that this is my basic design. So I'm going to have the 3 pieces across. I do end up having that little piece that looks like a web. I don't know if it's supposed to look like seaweed, a web, what it's supposed to look like, but that's what it looks like. And then I have that block of photo stuff. So here is some fun foam that has adhesive on one side. And I don't know if you know that I'm in a really big spending freeze. And I did today purchase another pack of fun foam. I think it was $8.47 and I had a 50% off coupon. But I do use fun foam, I think, on every layout that I do somewhere. So it's just like adhesive for me. It's a must-have, and it ends up being more cost-effective than buying foam squares and all that kind of stuff. So here's another piece that I really, really like, but it is just extremely dimensional on this great little, what do you call those little accordion pleated piece things? I like making those. Yeah, okay, never mind. Anyway, it's just super, super dimensional, so I'm not going to have it on this, but I think it would be fantastic on a card. So I'm going to go ahead and use it for that. Loved the little pieces. And then also, that doily that you see up there, it doesn't make it on this layout, but it does make it on the next one that I do. I just left the extra pieces on my desk so that I could keep using these great goodies and to be able to do them enough justice. I mean, somebody did some hard work on this, so I really wanted to appreciate what people have done. Look at that cute little mermaid bit. All right, so I'm looking at this one. This one's adorable. Once again, it's a little dimensional, but I love it. So I'm just going to use the flat pieces that were all paper pieced together and put it right there on the layout. So we have another mermaid element. So cute. And that one that says mermaid with the heart and all that kind of stuff, I'm thinking about just putting it up on my daughter's shelf because it's cute and it stays up by itself. But lots of things to consider there. So I've gone in the little tiny bag that had some elements in it as well, and I'm pulling out and seeing what I can use. And I do use the majority of the products that came in this little mini page kit that she made on this layout. That little piece that you see right there that I was tucking under, that ends up being where I can do just a bit of journaling. And this photo, really, there's not a whole lot to it. My daughter and her team were stopped, I think in Indy, just for a team dinner when they were on the road. And they, there's a cool mermaid thing at this restaurant, and that's all there was to it. It's not a big event. It's just one of those things that you realize that you have a really good kid when they go, oh, my mom would love this picture. And they take it, and the girls are kind enough to put up with my scrapbooking needs. They're very sweet kids. So just some really quick journaling. It says just what I said there. And the rest of this layout, seriously, is just having fun, finding places to put all of these bits and pieces. I would have to tell you, I love my background. Love it. I love the simplicity. I love that there's circles, which can make you think of bubbles. I love all these little different elements. And yes, that octopus does make it on the page. The reason why that big old octopus makes it on the page is A, it looks like somebody stamped it. But B, my daughter, for some reason, is holding a flamingo in that color. So it does actually work. Look at how nice that sand dollar piece is. We're going to tuck that in. But, not tuck, it's tucked in enough that you can still see that it's a sand dollar. So we like that. There's these little starfish pieces. Oh, yeah, that kept flapping up. And I'm really getting ready to commit to having more of the pieces. Oh, yeah, that makes it on. More of the pieces on because, this is the meat of the layout. I will also go ahead and I'm going to have some sequins coming up that are Spiegel Mom Scraps sequins, but they're exclusive for the Creative Cuts Club. So I'm going to use some of them. I believe that they're seashells, which is kind of cool. I had them in a silver color, and it's kind of holographic treatment that are on a bunch of the elements in this kit. So the silver and holographic really do work well together. I ended up liking that. Here we've got some little plant life corally looking bits that we got to layer there. And it looks really great when it's down by that little netting kind of piece. I'm just seeing where this nice teal turquoise little shell might fit. We want to have as many of these great elements, like I've said, in here as possible because I love this kind of stuff. And it's funny, I didn't end up using this in the summer, so it ended up being absolutely perfect when somebody says, hey, do you want to be a part of our Disney YouTube hop? I'm like, yes, of course, because everybody's kid just sent them a mermaid picture. That works out just fine. So the minuscule dots, I believe that they're called. I love them for putting on sequins in little tiny bits. So I'm going to go ahead and get 3 super shiny little shells on there. Like I said, those were exclusive sequin mix from Spiegel Mom Scraps. So that's going to give me just a little bit of extra metallic shininess here and there on this page. And I think I'm going to sprinkle in just a couple sequins as well. Oh, I want to tell you that also down below I'll have links to the different crafters that are involved in this hop. Now there's a YouTube hop and an Instagram hop, so make sure to look over on Instagram too to see who and what people came up with for this challenge. See, I'm just digging through and finding the pretty different colored sequin bits that are going to work for this. And they're really just sprinkled here and there around this cut file. It's pretty, I pretty much just have a band design with one main cluster with kind of like sub-clusters, I guess. So it lends itself to sprinkling the shiny bits here and there and everywhere. Now, a lot of you know that I am so lucky as to have bulldog friends that the moment they see that I'm sitting down to do a voiceover, they plop down where I am and start snoring away. So they are, yeah, they are snoozing. So you might get treated to some of the gorgeous sounds that they have. So if you have any questions or comments or whatnot, please leave them below. I will get back to you as soon as I can, usually pretty darn quickly. There is a still shot of this, and I want to thank you so much for watching this video with me today. We'll see you soon, friends. Bye-bye.